Hello guys, welcome back to a new video. I'm Centurion, and this video is going to be very similar to the previous one, as you'll see on the screen, the top 3 base locations that, in my opinion, was the best 3. Today we're going to be doing the same type of video, but for factions. And we're not going to be sticking around the usual Green Mountain or Fibre Industrial. Instead, we are going to go straight to the ones I think is the best. And from previous experience, what I'll probably argue any day is the best. So for number 3, here we go. And for number 3, we have the northwest barns of Green Mountain. Some people may just skip over this one, but honestly, in my opinion, this one is insane. You're armed with 2 large barns and a large surface area, so you can build whatever the fuck you want, and including a big large wall surrounding the outside. This gives you an extra defense, and if you are willing to spend the time just dropping down fence kits, putting them down, build the frames, chuck on barbed wire, you are nice and safe. And if you play expansion, it's even better then. You can just build large walls covering the whole thing, and you've got a nice area to perceive any attackers from the north side towards Vibor, the west side towards Mishkino, and then you've got your nice area along the back so you can see up the hill towards the trees. The only downside is the trees. You can have some gillies set up there, and you're obviously going to be shot, but overall it is a very good place to build your base. And for number 2, we have the Novo Factory silos. Very unused place it is, although for a silo area it is insanely good. With only 2 ways up, one is a stairs and ladders, and another being just a straight shot with a ladder. Both death traps if you know how not to build them, but if you know how to place them correctly, you can go ahead and make it a insanely good death trap. Especially if you just leave the big long ladders to the top, you can use that as a trap for both for barbed wires and also just to be shot straight off. With enough surface area here to supply a small army, you'll have enough storage to save all your guns kit and even make sure that your base is well defended. So, are you going to try this one and find out yourself? Because I'm definitely tempted myself. Now, for number 1 is my favourite, which is Prison Island in the very southwest of the map. This is probably the best place for a base with enough literal space to have at least 15 guys here, enough storage to supply a large army, as well as enough barracks to gain those weapons in a very short amount of time. With this area you are greeted and well protected by a very large wall and a castle style structure, so you can go ahead and just spam the shit out of walls, watchtowers and gates to basically deter your enemies from even thinking of this base. The only downside is a very large little swim that you're going to have to do. When I say a large little swim, if you die there, then you're going to lose your will to live, because you're going to have to get back there, freeze your ass off to get back in. However, this can be overcome by travelling in numbers, as well as using heat packs, which is a 100% viable option if you're willing to search for them. And this is just going to show you how much it's going to very frustrate your enemy trying to get there. If you're willing, you can go ahead and build a large base, using the whole Prison Island compound as your advantage, and by just chucking down walls, gates, and especially if you're on expansion, basically spam the shit out of those as well, and making it very much impossible to get in. And the outside of the actual prison itself, you are greeted to even more barracks and an industrial plant to gather all your resources, especially like nails, wire, and barbed wire, to basically deter your enemies from even walking into the little hall and getting snagged, basically. As well as this, as you're making your way back to the courtyard, you're greeted with a nice 10-room location to gather more equipment such as guns, landmines, grenades, and even ammunition. So, if you think this is a bad place to go and base, let me know in the comments, because in my opinion, if you're building a Prison Island, you are the literal god of that server. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I hope you enjoyed the video. See you in a bit.